Hello? Yeah, of course. I'll get there as soon as I can. Yeah. Bye. Morning, Matt. What have you got for me today?
We've got a call to a flat on the Fleetway estate.
Oh, I don't know why we just don't move the station down there. Wouldn't it save time? So what is it, a break-in?
Yeah, some old boy being robbed in his own home. A neighbour found him out cold in his hall with the door wide open. No sign of forced entry. By the time we got there, he was on his feet. He seemed right as rain. I brought him in to give him a statement, but beginning to think I might have been a bit hasty.
What do you mean?
He's a bit vague about it all. I wondered if he fell harder than he wants to admit. He used to be a boxer in his youth. I think he likes the idea of being knocked down so easily. Mr. Clements, this is Dr. Powers. She's come to check you over. Dr. Powers, Harry Clements.
Call me Jack. Everyone does.
Jack?
Nickname from me boxing days.
Which should long be past. So, what have you been up to?
Oh, it's nothing. Some young lad knocked me down, that's all. There's nothing really wrong if you get straight back up again.
I don't mean to be rude, Jack, but you're not as young as you were.
Yeah, good job, too. If I had been, I'd have shown that young lad a thing or two. You wouldn't understand, being a modern miss. Anyway, these young lads today, no sense of discipline. If he'd been taught to box, maybe he wouldn't go about knocking old fellas over.
So is that what happened?
Well, it all happened just a bit too quick, to tell you the truth. I was just getting into the flat when this young lad leaps at me from the living room and knocks me flat.
Well, I thought the police said there was no sign of a forced entry.
Well, maybe I'm just a bit confused. Maybe I just got the door open and he came at me from the outside. Aye, that's it, yeah. Young lad, hair all spiky, all dressed in black.
Really?
I'm parched. You fancy a cuppa?
I'll ask the inspector, but I'm not finished with you yet.
Nice cup of tea. Be grand.
Oh, and one sugar, please.
So, what's the verdict?
Oh, give me a chance. Look, I've taken some history, but he seems pretty sound. Injuries are just cosmetic and he doesn't appear to be concussed yet.
What?
Something's just not right. You did say there was no sign of a forced entry, didn't you?
Yeah, it's in a tower block. The only way in is the front door, which was untouched.
Right, well, I'll finish examining him. You'd better arrange for a car to take him home. He can give a statement later when he's had some sleep.
Okay, if you say so.
Are the cops angry?
Why should they be?
Because I can't make a statement.
Oh, well, they can wait until you're feeling up to it.
You know, I think I know why it's all a bit of a haze.
Shock?
No. I had a bit of a session last night.
You and me both.
No, you see, the thing is, I'm not meant to be boozing, because I'm on these sleeping pills the doc gave me. So I reckon that's why I'm a bit woozy this morning. Reminds me of the time I fought Snapper Henderson. I tell you, lass, that bloke had a mighty right hook.
Yeah, well, it might be an idea to get your GP to give you the once-over in a day or two, just to be on the safe side.
Right.
Now, who's your doctor?
Dr. Rawlins at Riverside. Do you know it?
Just a bit. I'm in practice there too.
Oh.
I'll mention that I've seen you.
Yeah, of course.
So have you any family who might be able to see you later?
Oh, don't worry, Doctor. Ginny will be round for lunch. She's always there, regular as clockwork. It's my granddaughter.
Cheers. All right, you? All right, mate. Drink? Yeah, great.
So, what couldn't wait?
Well, in a word, Helen. What's going on, Chris?
Nothing.
Oh, come on, I need to know the score.
Well, it's none of your business.
No, we talk about this now.
You didn't have to see me all the way up here, lass.
It's all part of the service.
I'm not complaining. Not many left now. Pawned. Pension never goes very far, does it?
Did they steal one today?
All Midlands amateur champion 1953. Tiger Edwards knockout in the 5th.
Well, they can't take away your memories, though, can they?
Nope.
Are you sure you're going to be okay?
Ginny will be here any minute. This is Dr. Powers. The police asked her to give me a checkup.
The police?
There was a break-in. Your grandfather was attacked.
But he's all right now, isn't he?
I think so.
He must be. He went out cold for long. Carl? Hi, yeah.
The boyfriend.
Yeah. About 4. Usual place. Okay.
I don't know what you see in that lad.
Just 'cause he's a goth doesn't make him a mutant, you know.
You could have fooled me.
Right, well, I think I'd better go. Don't forget to see Dr. Rawlings in a day or two, will you?
Okay, Doctor.
Bye.
I just want to know what's happening, that's all.
You know what's happening.
I don't think I do. Chris, I'm just worried about Helen.
Helen's fine, okay?
Well, no, it's not okay. Helen's not fine. She hasn't been fine for the last few days. Only I'm not quite sure why.
We're finished. You happy now?
I knew it. So you just dumped her, did you?
No, it wasn't like that.
Oh, what was it like? You know, I knew this would happen. You just can't commit, can you?
Oh, here we go again.
Well, I warned you from the beginning. You should never have got involved with her. Look what you've done to a marriage.
What I've done? Come off it! You know that Phil and Helen were having a hard time before I even got involved. I didn't wreck their marriage. If anything, I helped her through those past few months.
Exactly, and now you've dumped her. Just like I knew you would.
You've got a nerve coming in here lecturing me.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, where were you when Bev got killed? Off with that nurse.
You what?
Look, I'm sorry, ma'am. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about me, are we? We're talking about you and Helen.
Okay. I'll tell you what happened.
Dude! Thought you were going to blow me out.
I'm sorry. The motorway was murder.
Well, you've just driven up from UK.
Yeah.
All right, well, you sure you're up for this?
After 5 hours behind the wheel, I'm desperate for the runaround. Pity it's you that'll do all the running, though.
It's because I care about her that we broke up.
I don't follow you.
What, you were right. She does deserve better than me. That's what I told her.
Oh, come on. It's just a game to you, isn't it?
I was being sincere.
Oh, you don't know the meaning of the word.
Right, that's it. I've had enough.
You know, I wish you'd never met Helen in the first place.
Just what is all this about? Why are you so upset?
I'm upset because Helen's a friend and a colleague, and I care about what happens to her. You know, that's the difference between you and I. I care about people, whereas you just care about yourself.
You still rubbing along on the NHS front line then, mate?
Yeah, now and again. I want to keep my options open.
You ought to get out into private medicine. That's where the money is.
Really? I heard it was the internet.
Yeah, well, you can't fix people's teeth online, now can you?
If only. Yeah, but you still have some NHS patients, don't you?
Private dental care only. No weekends, no out-of-hours work, and the beach just 10 minutes away. Who could want anything more? You ready?
As I'll ever be. Goes me, I believe.
You've got good. Have you been practicing?
More than you by the looks of things.
I'm just warming up.
Overheating, more like. I thought I stood a chance when I saw that bandage.
Well, it's just a bit of insurance, really. Bit of a surfing injury.
Surfing?
Yeah, Cornwall's got some of the best surf in Europe.
Yeah, and some of the coldest water. Another game?
Here we are, Harry Clements.
Thanks.
You do know he usually sees Steve, don't you?
Yeah. Have you got a moment?
Yeah, sure. What can I do for you?
Harry Clements. There's nothing in here that suggests you've prescribed anything to help him sleep.
Well, that's an easy one. There shouldn't be.
So you haven't put him on sleeping pills, then?
No. Why this sudden interest?
Well, the police called me in to see him today. His flat was turned over and he's been attacked.
Oh, no. Was he all right?
Physically, I'd say yeah, but mentally, well, it's probably all those years of boxing that have addled his brain.
I don't think boxing's the problem.
Isn't it? All those grown men trying to knock each other out. It's barbaric.
It's a sport. There are rules, discipline. I wish I'd kept it up myself. I might have been able to handle my brother then.
Don't tell me you two have fallen out again.
Oh, nothing serious. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with Harry Clement's brain, despite his years in the ring.
I'll believe you.
What is it, the knee?
Yeah. It's all right. It's nothing to get excited about.
Does this hurt? This? Right, well, there's no obvious damage.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that.
I think we should call it a day, though. And I think we can safely say that I won that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. But when this knee gets better...
I'll be sure to be out of the country.
Sorry, Mr. Clements. Dr. Rawlins has got a full list this afternoon.
Well, what about Dr. Powers?
She's not seeing patients, I'm afraid.
Well, I have to see someone, Pet.
Harry?
Doctor, I'm still feeling a bit dizzy. I wondered if you could see me.
I was just explaining you don't have a surgery.
Oh, don't worry about that, Joe. I've got time to see Harry. Come on, this way. So, are you still feeling rough?
Well, not really. Actually, I just wanted to talk to you, Doctor. I wanted to clear something up.
Which is?
Well, I told a bit of a white lie earlier about the sleeping pills. And I thought maybe you might talk to Dr. Rawlins and get the wrong idea.
What kind of a wrong idea?
Well, about why I lied. You see, the thing is, I'm a bit embarrassed to tell the truth.
Well, you can tell me, Harry. No one else will know.
Well, I've been teaching Ginny how to box, you see. You don't approve of girls boxing?
I don't approve of boxing, full stop.
I wasn't too keen myself, but Ginny insisted. She can wrap her old granddad round her little finger, that one. So I've been giving her lessons. Anyway, I'm getting a bit slow in my old age. And this morning she caught me one or two nasty knocks. Well, she left the door wide open when she went off to school, and the neighbour found me out for the count. Well, I was too embarrassed to tell the police what really happened. So I made up the story about the break-in.
But what about the missing trophy and the money?
There wasn't any money.
I'm sorry, Harry. I don't think I can believe you. I think you're trying to protect someone, aren't you?
Yep. Oh, Tim, can you give me 10? I've got a patient to see.
That'll be me, then. Your nice girl on reception slipped me in as a cancellation.
Oh, well, what's the problem?
This knee. It's flared up, and the pain, it's unbearable. My doc's got me on some pretty powerful painkillers, but I'm run out of my supply.
And you want me to prescribe you some more?
Just to tide me over. Can't wait till I get back to Cornwall, can I?
You see, I was the youngest of 5 kids at home. We didn't have mobile phones or game stations or fancy bikes like kids today. We had it tough. All my old man ever gave me were regular beatings. I'm not complaining, mind. It toughened me up, made me a fighter. But it also made me want to do things differently when I became a parent. I did all right out of the boxing game, you know, both in the ring and later as a trainer. I met a girl. We got married and had a kid. But all in the right order, mind. And I gave him a good home. And then we had some bad luck. Kitty, my wife, she died when Brian was just a nipper. And, well, I did my best with him, but I don't know. He missed his mum. I missed his mum. And he went off the rails a bit. I tried to keep him on the straight and narrow, but, well, all I knew was if someone hit you, you hit them back harder. And that's all I could teach Brian.
I'm sure you did your best.
I wish I was sure. Anyway, he followed in my footsteps. He did all right, but he had to retire young because of injuries. And then he got involved with a really bad crowd, and he ended up in and out of the nick. He's inside now for GBH. Ginny, she lives with her mum and a new boyfriend. They don't pay her any attention. The way I see it is, Ginny is my last chance to get things right. I want her to break the cycle, have a decent life, a life without violence.
I get it. The boyfriend, Carl, he's the problem, isn't he? Mm-hmm. That's why you mentioned the goss-like youth running off. No. This is a ruse to try and split Ginny and her boyfriend up, isn't it?
No.
I'm right, aren't I?
No. You don't understand.
Harry.
What's the problem? I just need a few, just to get me through the next couple of days until I get home to my own GP.
It's not that simple. I mean, dihydrocodeine, that's a pretty powerful drug you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I know. I'm in a lot of pain.
And I didn't see anything wrong with the knee.
Oh, what, are you Superman now? You've got X-ray vision?
Calm down, calm down. I'm sure we can sort this out.
Look, just write me the prescription and I'll get out of your hair.
I'm going to have to call your GP and confirm
Oh,
your
no,
prescription.
don't worry about it.
It's no hassle.
I said no.
I think you'd better explain what this is all about.
I never wanted to teach him, but she insisted. She said it was for self-defense and that it was sexist to only teach boys to box. So I gave her a few lessons. And this morning she hit me. Knocked me spark out.
But why?
To steal from me, of course. Her mum can't afford to give her anything, so she takes what she needs from me. She's been stealing money off me for years. I never minded. She needed some pocket money. But recently, she's been taking much more than I can afford to lose. So she knocked me out this morning, cleaned me out and took my trophy. But I don't want her going the way of her dad. That's why I lied. If it hadn't been for my neighbour, I'd have never called the police.
Has Ginny done this kind of thing before?
Well, she gets these red mists, sort of rages that come from nowhere, and she goes absolutely berserk. You know, she demands money, and if I don't give her any, she just goes into one.
Harry, I think your granddaughter might need some help. She clearly has behavioural problems.
Are you saying she's ill?
I think she might be. We might be able to help her with some kind of medication.
What about the police? I don't want her going inside.
I'll handle the police, but the important thing is that we get Ginny checked over. If she loses her temper, it might not be you that she takes it out on next time.
What, do you want the full AA thing? My name's Timothy Ramage and I'm addicted to painkillers.
I thought so. So there's nothing wrong with the knee then?
It was about 6 months ago. That's how this all started. At first I couldn't believe that my body was letting me down. I've always been so fit. And the pills just made all the pain just go away. I mean, they slowed me down a bit, but I felt great. And before I knew it, the pain had gone, but I was completely addicted.
And then the supply ran out?
I started prescribing myself, getting colleagues to countersign the scripts. But they started to ask awkward questions, so I had to stop. I've been dropping in on old university friends for the past couple of months, pulling this stunt, trying to maintain my supply.
You can't go on like this. When you get back, you need to see your GP and he can refer you for specialist addiction treatment.
Yeah, maybe.
No, definitely. This is a serious addiction you've got.
Okay. I'll go and see the doc, I promise.
Good.
But what about today? Now, I just need a few, just to get me through the next couple of days.
I'm sorry, Tim, I can't.
Can't or won't?
I'm a doctor, Tim, not a pill machine. I can't help you.
Thanks for nothing, mate.
Tim, wait.
You always were an arrogant little rat.
Yeah, all right, show's over. Who's next?
It's Mrs. Jones. Don't worry about it, mate. It's a full moon.
Now get Ginny to come see me as soon as possible.
Of course, Dr. Powers. And thanks for listening to me.
My pleasure.
Caroline, police for you.
Oh, what it is to be wanted, eh? Hello, Dr. Powers. Right, I'll be right over.
Ah, the great detective.
So, what have we got?
Break-in. And we've got a dead kid inside. Looks like drugs. I need a confirmation of death.
These are lovely. Yeah, just been delivered.
Is there a card?
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it sweet? All I did was get him an emergency appointment and he brought me those beautiful flowers.
Should have been me. I had to see the guy and his piles.
He's so young. You're right. It looks like drugs. Either very pure mixed with something nasty.
Okay, thanks. We'll let Socko get near.
What's that noise?
What?
There's a noise over there. Right, her airways are clear. And she's breathing normally. Can you call for an ambulance?
Kevin! Get an ambulance!
Come on, Ginny, talk to me. Ginny, I need to know what you've taken. Ginny. Ginny, come on, talk to me.
Have you got a minute?
Sure.
I saw Chris earlier.
How nice for you.
He told me all about it, Helen.
About what?
Well, it's split up.
She's lucky to be alive.
For now, from what I could see, it looks like she's a frequent user. Maybe even an addict. It's possibly the explanation for her violent mood swings.
Will she make it?
Right now, I'd say 50-50. I guess someone should go and speak to Harry.
I'll do it, if you want.
No. I think it'd be better coming from me. See you later.
I suppose you were bound to find out sooner or later. I'd be grateful if you didn't tell them all quite yet.
Of course. Are you all right?
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
Only if you want to talk. Well, I'm here if you need me.
Thanks. I mean it. But I'm fine, honest. Probably for the best.
Okay. But you know where I am?
Yes, thank you. I appreciate your help. Bye-bye. That was A&E. Ginny's stabilised.
Is that good?
Pretty good. It looks like she didn't take nearly as much of the drug as poor Carl.
What are her chances?
Well, it's a bit early to say with any certainty, but the initial signs are good. It's up to Ginny now. But she's a fighter, isn't she? It's in her blood.